Welcome back to our podcast. Hello, everybody. Marcella.
Hello.
Cruz.
Yeah.
Miss Polly.
And Gino.
Gino in the hizzy. Let's have another shot.
So what are you drinking, you guys?
We
Give
are
our friends some shout out
drinking
here.
PINA LOCA. It's a pineapple-infused tequila, but not only is it pineapple, it's a roasted pineapple-infused tequila, and it's local, and it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Very good. You can
Yes.
drink it on the rocks. It's that good.
I've been drinking it just neat, straight out the bottle.
Warm too. So what we're going to talk today about, sometimes, we love some fascinating topics that capture our attention and spark intriguing conversations. So I came upon this. And today we're going to talk about the 25 husbands that anonymously confessed the secrets they're keeping from their spouses.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh, I wonder what they are.
Are they juicy? Or
They are
just
juicy.
They're juicy.
I was
Okay,
like,
so 25 anonymous spouses keeping shit from their wives.
So this is
Yes.
husbands from wives?
yes.
Is there a
Yeah.
part
It's
two,
the
wives versus
Only-
husbands?
Yeah.
This episode is about husbands.
I wonder who
So
has
before
more to
we
hide.
start,
Mhm.
would you keep anything from your partner?
No, I'm pretty open.
I'm going to try and not to. I don't want to keep anything.
Yeah, me
from-
neither. I feel like I would
like,
hate that
I don't want to.
if I feel like I can't.
I tell you
Yeah.
what, I don't, because I don't want to have this like feeling you have to cover up. I love to leave my phone. I have no passcode on it. Like I just
Same.
don't want to get caught in anything. It's,
But
the
not
stress.
just like, maybe not like cheating in a sense, but I want them
Not
to know
cheating.
everything
Yeah.
about me. Like the deepest, darkest,
and
like
that's
anything.
and that's the thing. If they accept you for you and who you are, I mean, that's the whole purpose of like being with, that person, right?
Yeah.
Like they accept you for who you are. They love you for your faults and your
yeah.
your greatness.
Yeah.
Cruz,
That's
you have
why
a great beard.
Thank you.
Never been this close to you before.
Thank you. People tell me that all the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
At least Gino wasn't keeping that inside of him.
I want to be open.
Oh my gosh. So at least we know none of us
So-
would keep anything from each other.
No, and
each
so-
other. From,
Well, and I say try. I say try. Never say never. Never say always. I say try. And I
Try.
feel a lot of people feel the necessity to keep things to themselves because they feel that they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Mhm.
And I feel that has a lot to do with it. And communication is sometimes a little bit more difficult than what people would think that is a normal communication.
I agree.
So
I'm
the
excited.
first one, he said, it's not really that dark, but I really, really, really hated her wedding dress.
That's kind of funny.
That is. And honestly, I would totally be real with that. I'd be like, nah.
I know you would.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you would say that at the altar?
No, that would happen later. Oh, well,
You
I
don't
guess
say-
I don't know.
You
I guess,
can't say it ever.
Yeah. Well,
I guess after
Well-
you'd be like, babe, I did not like that dress.
Ooh,
You know
that
what?
would be horrible.
yeah. You know what? There's some things that you just
Keep in.
you don't need to. It's not a lie.
Yeah, I don't think that would hurt the relationship.
Hey,
keeping that.
it's
Yeah,
like
but
if you
it's not a
can't say
lie.
something nice, don't say nothing
Yeah.
at all.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder
fine.
if it's the same as if you say, do I look fat? Like, how are you supposed to answer that?
Truthfully.
No.
You are not raised by girls.
What do you say? You look great?
I tell Shay, I'll be like, babe, you look bloated. Yeah, but I feel like I would want somebody to tell me too.
Honestly, I would too.
I would want somebody to tell me, like, I don't want to go out like looking bloated because I ate Domino's last night and I'm gonna go to
But
the
you gotta
pool
tell me that you
and then-
don't know that
Dead
already
men
yourself.
walking.
Well, I mean, if
Well-
she's asking, right?
Oh.
Or no, you just blurt it out.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but like, I'll be like, babe, you're looking a little bloated. I'm just telling you because I love you, and I don't want you to like,
See a photo.
It's like the booger in your nose kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you got a booger in your nose. It's kind of the same thing.
No, you just remove it.
Or
Ew, what?
you know,
You reach over?
Just like,
I love, you just touched
You
yours.
just picked my nose. We tight. We tight.
Chino, that's a nose ring.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's not a booger.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Oh, that's
dying.
hilarious. Okay, next. I have four grown kids from a previous relationship. We have been together for 4 years and she has no idea.
You tell that
What?
date number one or
Oh.
two.
How do you
Absolutely.
keep that?
One or two, I agree.
Wow.
Date
Second
one
date
or
at
two.
most.
Yes.
The latest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
We agree
Yeah.
on that.
I would be pissed if
Oh
I
my
found
gosh,
out you
imagine.
had 4
Fuck,
kids.
Yeah, at 4
4
months.
4 years later.
4 years.
years.
Oh shit.
4 months.
I mean, even
Wow.
4 months is bad.
Yeah,
4 years.
4 days, 4 hours is bad. Like, just tell your freaking
Yeah.
story.
Why would you hide
Also,
that?
the
Like, are
kids, I'd
you-
be like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, are you embarrassed of your children? Or are you
Yeah.
embarrassed
Mm.
of like,
Ooh,
damn?
how do you even
That's-
hide that?
Number two's in trouble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Damn, that's just number 2.
Yeah, I know.
I deeply regret getting married.
Oh God.
And you're still married?
I
or-
only proposed because I knew that's what she wanted. And at the
Oh.
time, I was scared to lose her. Now I often think about what my life would be like if
Oh,
I
gosh.
stayed single.
That's really
Oh my gosh.
sad.
Okay, so this does remind me. I don't know if anybody has heard the guy on what's the show with Steve Harvey, the game show?
Family Feud?
Yes. The guy on Family Feud who is like saying he was asking one of the biggest mistakes you've ever made, like what would be the top, and he said saying I do, and then fast forward he ended up murdering his wife. And
Oh, I
I'm
heard
like,
about
yeah,
that.
it's like become the biggest, and he's like, sorry babe, and you see Steve Harvey because he's, Steve Harvey
Yeah.
is very much about like loving your spouse, whatever, and his face is so and like blank because he doesn't seem happy about that, but then later he murdered his
I
wife.
heard about
I have a client
that.
who just told me she was a family member that was featured on Snapped.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What-
Murdered her
which one?
husband?
Y'all know them, but I can't say their name.
Oh my
Sorry, if I-
gosh.
What was the Snap story about? Can we know that?
Ah.
I mean,
No.
usually
Yeah,
don't they
like-
like die?
That
She
would
had
be
a-
like a gossip segment.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, so but anyways, it's all over TikTok if you see, or Instagram probably, the Family Feud guy who said he regretted saying I do and then ended up murdering his wife. It's so crazy. People are like, that did not age well.
Oh, wow.
It's not funny, but-
that's
By the way, I
Yeah.
have TikTok now.
yes.
I have TikTok.
What is your TikTok handle?
Cruz.covert. It's the same thing as my IG handle.
Find Cruz on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok. I have over 100 followers.
Well, good.
but
Cruz, I need to go follow you actually.
100.
Let's go.
You're about to
In
have
like 2 weeks. That's
101.
pretty good.
What
That's
kind of
awesome.
content do you subscribe with?
My
Hair.
garden. My
There's
garden.
garden.
I
I
like
saw
my
it.
garden.
Oh, your
like this post.
garden.
I like
I need to
gardening.
follow you, Cruz. You're about
I'm
to
all
have
grown up
101.
and shit. I got gardening. Garden.
Garters and
Gardening.
gardening. That's a show.
Garters and gardening.
There you
Oh
go.
my god, you could make an OnlyFans and garden in like a underwear.
I'll do that. Actually, you know what I've been doing?
What?
Kind of crazy, but I have been walking outside naked.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
When?
Do your
In the
neighbors
morning.
see?
Look at
No, in my
Sheila's
backyard.
face.
In my backyard.
I think that's very
Okay.
healthy.
Yeah.
You're grounding.
Yeah.
Lots
exactly.
of Europeans do that.
Exactly. So I'm grounding, but they say that if your testicles receive like the sun,
Uh-huh.
that it's good
That's
for
like
you.
people
that you're
doing your
supposed-
butthole.
Huh?
You're supposed to
Yes.
You're supposed to sun your butthole.
It's called something. We talked about this before.
Well,
But
I'm
only-
I'm walking
like-
around naked in my backyard, so I don't know. Maybe
You're halfway
later
there, Cruz.
Yeah.
I'm a quarter. That's a quarter.
So
I
you just,
forgot what
I'm
it's
not
called.
spreading cheeks yet,
I know.
but
I forgot
A
what
lot
it's
of
called.
yogis do it.
God.
wow, like happy baby on
And naked,
and
basically.
naked.
I
Okay,
mean, you could do naked yoga outside, maybe.
I'm not opposed. I'm not
But you have to
opposed,
be
but-
careful. You can get burnt so fast.
But
They say like within.
well,
like,
I started doing
seconds.
this actually a few days ago, and
How are you
I
feeling?
read about it, and I mean I'm feeling the same, but it's only been a few days, and
like
I've
that
been
you're honest.
walking. Like
I
I'll go
pictured him
outside.
walking like for a walk in the neighborhood.
And I in the morning I'll like roll a blunt and I'll smoke it while I walk naked and check on my garden. And
I
that's my
love-
morning routine.
I love that for you.
7:30, 8 in the morning before I go work out. Like, yeah.
This is the best TikTok clip I think.
I know, I can't wait to make it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just hit me while you were saying it.
I mean,
I love
it's-
your morning routine.
It's a thing. It's new. I just started it literally like I've probably done like 3-4 times.
Listeners, if anyone is gonna do the same routine, let us know.
I learned it on TikTok.
Of course you did.
That is funny. All right, next.
Oh.
For the past 5 years, I've been secretly stashing away money from my wife because it is clear that when our kids leave for college, it will also be the end of our marriage.
Whoa.
Sounds like somebody we know.
Dang.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but why? Why?
Girls do it while the wives do it. Why
That's
not?
true.
I mean,
Juicy.
Well, I think that
That is
this
true,
is the
though.
biggest mistake that anyone can make. I'm going to say it because
Waiting for your kids to go.
Yes, I have seen so many times that people that think they're doing their children a favor, it ends up so terrible.
causing it
Children,
worse.
no, children absolutely
They know.
despise.
They know for sure.
They know, and they despise that they lived a lie. That they feel like their whole life was a lie. They can handle much better if they find out the truth and the parents get divorced at whatever time they just want to get divorced. And the staying for whatever is the worst. I mean, the children stop communicating with their parents for that. Like, it's really bad.
I've had students in the past tell me they're like, I don't know why my parents are together. Like, they hate each other. It's so obvious, but you can tell the parents are sticking it out for that. But the kids know for sure.
Yeah.
I learned something on TikTok. I learned something though. So, it is completely normal for children around the age of like teenager, 12, 13 to like in their early 20s to rebel. And the story that I heard was the reason that they rebel, or not necessarily rebel, but just want to get away from that family circle, is because us automatically instinctual, we try to get away because of incest. So we try to go to a different tribe.
What?
Back in the days when you're in tribes, they would go to a different tribe to prevent incest.
What?
Wait,
For those years, yeah.
I never felt that.
No, I'm just saying this is a self-conscious.
Nope.
This is a self-conscious thing.
I don't think so.
That no. Well,
Not everybody.
I'm saying this is a
Conscious.
subconscious thing that when humans in their adolescent times, they rebel because natural instinct is to go to a different tribe.
wow.
Right? So we're talking about like you know,
I see what you're saying.
back in the day,
I see what
natural
you're saying.
instincts. So you rebel because you want to get away, and then in your early mid 20s,
You go back.
you go back. And how is it that when our children in our early mid 20s, then they come back and they're like, oh, now we're like super tight. Like I remember, I had me and my family have always been close, but we didn't always get along when I grew up. And then, I moved out, I went to school, I came back, and I was like, oh my God, like I really value my parents, like, not only friendship, but just relationship, you know? And I was listening to this one thing on TikTok, and I was like, wow. It makes
TikTok.
sense. It makes
What's
sense.
that TikTok are you on?
And that's why, like, you get that rebellion stage from like the teenagers to like your mid 20s.
Tribal
because,
incest side.
yeah, well, no, think about it.
Do you know the
I'm on
tribal-
I'm on the dogs.
It makes
and
sense. That's why they
sports
want to
side.
leave and go
Comedy.
away with their friends. That's why they go with their friends.
Tribal
And then,
stuff.
like, you can say something, and their friends' parents will tell them the same thing, and they'll listen to them because
That's true.
it's coming from a different tribe.
I can tell you have a young TikTok account. 'Cause-
I got 100 followers.
no, but your
Your
FYP,
algorithm.
your algorithm is very fresh.
Okay, what's
Oh,
the
yeah,
next
it is.
secret?
Okay. I have cheated on my wife several times,
Dirtbag.
but only after I found out she had cheated on me.
Oh,
Oh.
dirtbags.
I have never confronted her about her cheating. I just used it as a guilt-free chance to cheat on her. I haven't been
Just
able
have
to
an open
quit.
marriage.
I haven't been able
why?
to stop since.
Have an open marriage.
People suck. Just move on. Jeez.
So this also
Nah, don't move on. Like, obviously, if he's still with her, it's because
He loves
there's
her.
something going on.
Clearly.
But sometimes the intimacy in the relationship doesn't work. I feel that monogamy isn't for everybody. It's for some people, but it's not for everybody.
I got in a wormhole on this throuple, you guys, that I cannot even.
What's a thruple?
It's 3 people in a
3
relationship.
peas in a pod.
And it was a girl. She goes, "This is my husband, and this is our girlfriend." He goes out with her. I go out with her. He goes out with me, and vice versa. And they had a baby, and she is blowing up over Instagram because she shows like the ins and outs of them dating and then leaving her home with the baby, and she makes jokes about it. They're all very good looking, and it just cracks me up
I
because
can't get it.
goes back to
Mm-mm.
what Cruz said.
I
Like,
don't understand.
there's
it.
a girlfriend in the marriage.
I just want 2 girls to love each other as much as they love me. Is that so much to ask for?
I just want one.
Touche.
Just want one.
Well, I want 2.
More power to you, bro. I'm just-
Is that too much to ask for?
No, I bet you could find it, Cruz. Seriously.
If you find 2 before I find 1, I'm filing a complaint.
Well, me and my girl are very happy, and we're in a semi-open relationship. So
What's semi-open? Can she sleep with other men?
it's depends on the situation. I don't know about like intercourse. You know.
What about you?
Alright.
You can have intercourse with another woman?
It depends on. I
They're
mean,
just-
if
it's
she's cool with it or
open.
not. It's
I-
just
well, if
situational.
it's open, then I need to know how open it is.
Well, it's
It's
situational.
situational.
Like if she feels comfortable, if I feel comfortable, it's just
I don't think you can actually call it out like
You
you're
know,
just
yeah.
sitting here.
You like send
Well,
a text?
I can ask him, and he said he's not sure, but he would
that.
like
What
that.
I'm saying, it's situational.
But still
Give us a
situational
situation.
if she wanted to have intercourse with a man.
Well, it's not like, hey, babe, I'm gonna go like with this person. It's more like it just kind of like happens. Like we're in a.
But so you are always so. Okay, I'm just trying to
I
understand.
mean, has it happened? No, but I mean,
I'm
would I be
trying to
open to it?
understand.
I'm not gonna say no.
But it's like I'm trying to understand. The open relationship is if you are together. So it's
Right.
not like each other go off with other women and men at any particular
No,
time by yourself.
It's not like that. No,
That's
it's
what
not
I
like that.
wanted to know.
No, it's not like that.
It's if you
It's more
invite
like-
one other
exactly.
person. I got it.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes it different.
Is she into girls?
Yeah.
That's how the
See,
you
and
could
the
have
thing
a
is that
throuple.
she's into girls that I'm not into guys, so it's
Yeah.
different.
I mean, so you could have a throuple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
Huh.
No.
I just want one.
But it's more than intimacy, it's like a friendship and a connection.
I feel like there's a lot of people really more and more being open to these types of relationships and being actually before I think a lot of women were forced by their husbands, but I think now a lot of more women are open to it also.
Well, and I'll be real on the show always, and what it is for us is that I have a very high sex drive, and she does not. And it probably is easier for me to be with someone else and, have that.
Then break up.
Well, and
Well, n-
it's not a thing of like we're together and the physical part is separate. The physical part is separate. You separate the physical and the emotional.
I could see that actually.
And that's and for us, it's together. But if it was, to be somebody else, and of course, like this is something that everybody has to agree on. And it's kind of one of those things where it just kind of happens, and it's like, okay, this is cool or whatever. It's not like, oh, I'm planning on gonna go have with somebody.
But that's what I want. That's why I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, that's not kind of how it happens. Like I don't just go and like, fuck around behind her back or anything. It's more like,
Communication.
communication. Yes.
All right, one more. I have been married for many years. I have never told my spouse that I still have random lunch dates with my ex, who I was in a relationship with for about 4 years before him. I always try to not text my ex, but I just before her, sorry. I always try not text my ex, but I just can't live without knowing how they are doing and how life is. My ex is married as well.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing something behind someone's back,
Form of cheating.
it's a form of cheating.
Yes.
If I am open and honest with you and and you're cool about it, then it is what it is. And that's the thing. And I feel a lot of people would probably be cool with the shit that you're doing behind their back if you actually like talked about it.
Now, would you have to outright say it, or do you have to like? Because I mean, why would you just randomly be like, "Oh, hey, by the way," or do you mean if they ask and then?
No, if you're gonna do it, you have to tell the person. I don't think it's like, oh, I have to ask if you're gonna go out with your ex. I don't fucking know. Like you better tell me.
That's true.
And then let's decide as a couple if that's cool or not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gino, would you go out with your ex?
Would I go with my ex if I'm dating somebody? No.
I
No.
know I can't see it.
No.
Gino is a very
Probably, yes.
respectful, old-fashioned type
Yes.
of
Yes.
Yes.
That's what's up.
of belief, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
And as a matter of fact, I mean, I feel that a lot of that respect of the world is kind of changing. Like you have an
Yeah.
old soul, and and I totally respect that. But as for someone like me, I it's a little different, but it all comes down to communication.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Back when my wife and I were first dating, she took me home to meet the family. When she introduced me to her sister, I realized that she and I had actually had a one-night stand years before.
Ooh.
We tried to play it cool like we were strangers. I have never told my wife, and I assume her sister has never told her either.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
No good would come of that conversation.
I just don't like people knowing things behind my back.
Yeah. That's a tough one because, like, what good would come out of that?
None.
Right, nothing.
Nothing.
Right? And especially if it was a nothing, meaningless one-night stand, but fuck, that's
That
a
is-
toughie.
ooh, that's a toughie.
Cruz, what are you
man.
doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
She's the
man.
one. She's the one.
And she's the one.
Come
and
on.
everything's good. And
Yeah.
everything's
I don't think
good.
he's saying
Being a little monogamous.
Ah,
Come on. What do you do?
God, that's a tough one.
I don't think you said
I don't
anything.
know. That's really tough.
That's tough.
You know what? Okay, this is what I would do. I would talk to the sister and be like, what do we do? And whatever she decided, that's what I would do. So if anything else happened, I'll be like, well, your sister fucking said it was like... That's what I would do. If her sister said, let's tell her, then okay, let's tell her. And if her sister said, nah, let's not say anything, I'll be okay, I'm not going to say anything. But if any fucking find out, I wanted to tell you, babe, but she said no.
What would y'all say as the sister?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Good
Oh,
question.
thanks, Cruz.
If you were the sister, what would you say?
Either place. You could
Yeah.
be either spot.
I don't know. I feel like you don't say anything.
No, like
I don't know,
like you
that's
hooked up with
tough.
your sister, Ask the question again. Ask the question one more time.
Back when my wife and I were first dating, she took me home to meet the family. When she introduced me to her sister, I realized that she and I had actually had a one-night stand years before.
So years before, first time meeting. Ooh, it's still difficult.
Well, it sucks because I'm very close with my family. So that would be weird if I kept a secret. I'd be like,
that's a hard one.
How
man.
much do you like this person?
Yeah.
Because
because they're just first dating.
I know.
What about you, Gino? You're the.
God, this is a tough one here.
Yeah. I feel you would say the correct answer.
I'm a little unsure too. I'm not gonna lie.
That one's
This
a
is
hard
tough
one.
Yeah, because
one.
you
Yeah.
because she would never get over it. It'd probably ruin it.
It would ruin
Yeah, I
it.
mean,
More
how
than
could you
likely.
not?
I think it
not
would
see that
ruin it.
forever.
Totally.
Ruin it.
Yeah.
That's why I'd be like, how much do you are you in love?
But you didn't do it to hurt the person.
No,
or just
but
something in the
it's still
past.
weird.
It's just
Yeah.
kind of just.
Let it go. It's like water under the bridge, I think. Like,
Every Thanksgiving, there's eye contact.
Oh.
but it's because
And then you got
I
that
don't think
insecurity.
But-
Tough one.
I don't
Yeah.
think he has feelings for her.
But then what if on a what is this called again?
Pina loca.
What if after too many pina locas, someone accidentally spills the bean years later? Then you're like, oh, why didn't you tell me?
That's
Yeah.
the worst.
Now what? Now it's a
okay,
betrayal.
now that is bad.
So
You should
No.
always
I guess you
tell
should
the
say
truth,
it.
right?
You're right.
You should
say it.
always just tell the truth,
You have
but
to say it.
the
But
pina loca.
it's
It'll
gonna-
get ya.
You convinced
Ugh.
me. You have to say it. You
Yeah,
have to be
because
honest. Because
you
that's
could-
just
these are
first
some
dating.
good questions.
Yeah.
But you
this
could
is hard.
even
This is
laugh
tough.
about it and be like, I don't know, because maybe some people would be like, oh my gosh.
Wow, you got a type.
Yeah, I think you have to say, I don't know. That's-
Michael,
Yeah, Michael.
Michael.
Help.
How about Michael? Come
help.
on. Help.
Help.
Whatever Gino said.
Ah.
That's always the answer. I think
Well-
you have to be honest. You convinced me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it comes out later, it's worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the
You know what?
skeletons always come out.
always
They
it's
come out.
always no. And we just talked about that. Sometimes you have to be honest, even though if you're gonna hurt other people's
Yep.
feelings, right? We just said
bloated. Yeah,
Bloated.
it's the
bloated, babe.
You're bloated, babe.
That you
Yeah.
don't have to say.
Yeah.
You can't say something nice. Don't
Even
say
though
anything.
that was a really difficult one.
What's worse, hearing bloated or they were with your other sister?
The other sister.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's-
you know what? Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
rough,
have to.
you
I'm gonna
guys.
have to be like.
That's tough.
I don't know if I. Oh,
That stumped all of us.
that one
Viewers
stumped
at
us.
home, what do you do?
Yes. What do y'all do?
Yeah.
Hit us
Send in
up.
your
Let us know.
response. Let us
That was
know.
a
It's
good question.
TikTok question.
So I gotta say, I have to be honest. Before we started this podcast, I didn't know that this was gonna be such an interactive
Oh.
podcast.
Are we
I
running out
love
of
it.
time?
We're running out of time.
Uh-oh.
We have a very
it's part
important.
2.
We have very important guests coming up, and we're gonna do a part 2 to that next time.
I
But
liked
one
that show.
more question before we go. My wife asked me not to pee in the shower. I told her I wouldn't, but I do it every time I shower.
What? Like, why would you even ask someone not to? Like, how do you know?
How
I'm a
does she
shower
know?
peer. I won't lie.
I think everybody pees in the shower.
I mean, it's going right down the drain. So I'm like peeing on the
Yeah.
wall.
I think everybody pees in the shower.
Somebody goes, he's just saving water by not flushing the toilet.
Yeah, there you go.
I
It's
mean,
going
that's
green.
just I mean, I'm not even gonna ask what you're doing
Yeah, I
in
don't
there.
care.
That's just bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They might have
mean,
other problems.
Like, does it smell, or why would they ask?
I don't
Like,
know,
that's-
but you can't expect people to like. I don't know. I feel like that's so
that's
normal.
that's take it easy, lady.
Yeah.
Take it easy, lady.
He sounds like an abused husband for some reason. You know, she's bossing him around all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like someone has to control everything.
Yeah, that's what she sounds like.
And
Yeah,
every
he's like-
time he goes, he's so proud.
He's like,
doing
ha
something
ha ha,
behind my
she'll
back."
never know.
Wow.
Yep. On that note, we
How'd
don't
it
even
go?
have time for segments.
Oh,
But this was so
no.
great. That's
Wow.
okay.
this was a good one.
We'll do segments another time. We'll do.
Got like 19
Part two.
questions left.
I know. We'll do maybe part 2 and 3.
Okay.
I need some
Amazing.
questions, actually. Those are really good.
Those are
Thank
great.
some
you for
questions.
listening. And go
Yes.
follow Cruz on TikTok.
And
My new TikTok, Cruz Covert, Cruz.Covert.
Gardens and garters.
follow
Gardens for
all our
beginners.
social media, and please write us if you have questions, suggestions, concerns,
Complaints.
complaints.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.